Hello, 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 everyone. I know this is almost 8:30 p.m. and as I was saying, I was traveling this weekend. So I'm here and let's just go ahead and learn something today. So if you're watching this live, my hi to you. And if you're watching on a replay, then give me a heart so that just to encourage me maybe. And I would say this was such a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And just in like maybe not even in the 1.5 day, there were so many learnings and so many realizations about myself. And whenever I'm going out and meeting people, I'm, as I said, like I'm a lifelong learner. So I try to learn something and try to be there and try to experience that particular environment. So as you see, like right now I'm outside and I'm just doing this. If you hear some sounds, I'm in actually uptown Charlotte, and this is my daughter's apartment where she live, and this is like a lounge from where I'm just doing this live. So if there are some disturbances, please pardon me for this. Okay, so I was able to attend a mini concert with Alamgir. So he is a very, very famous singer, which I never did not know. And he's a very old singer. He is 73 and he performed. And he literally, his energy was like he's maybe not even like between 55 to 60. The way he entertained, the way he told the jokes, the way he did some philosophical teachings, and the way he did his songs and engaged almost like 150 people there. And it was so beautiful. Like after one or two songs, I have never seen myself getting engaged with the singing, but like somehow when I was driving for this trip, and I landed up hearing day before songs of Krishna, and almost for an hour I was listening to the bhajan, and I was like so much like feeling a kind of a love. And then I land up here and I get opportunity to listen to Alamgir. So he did couple of songs, so many songs he did, I think almost 1.5 hour to 2 hours performance. And I was, after first three songs, I was so engaged and I felt that meditation experience. I felt like, oh my God, this is like maybe so great for the brain. And it was really awesome. It was a smaller crowd, but it was so awesome. One of the song which I will suggest all of you to search on YouTube and listen to it is Albela Rahi. So Albela Rahi, Albela Rahi. So just search for Alamgir and Albela Rahi. It's such a beautiful song, like very simple lyrics, and like the way he says it, like it's a very, very old, maybe 30 years old, or very old song. But try that, like if you can find it, and if you keep some interest in listening the songs, I would highly recommend his songs, and I would highly recommend this Albela Rahi, at least if you want to go and see. Okay, then another thing was like I'm going to go to our topic. Okay, but this is something it was beautiful learning, so I'm just sharing with you. So I was talking with my friend, and then we talked about like a lok katha, like the regional tell, like a sleep time story when you are growing up, like when your grandmother or bua or your mom or your like older one, like they, or your didi or somebody, they used to tell you. So one of the story which he told, and I was just reflecting, and we, that's what, like that meaning of that story which he was listening when he was younger, and then the meaning, real meaning of that, how he was able to reflect after his 50, was a kind of enlightenment. So the story is very simple. I can tell the story for very nicely for 10-15 minutes, but let's just summarize it, because I just want to give the lesson to you. So the story was about like a prince who wants to get a princess, like the love of his life, and there are a lot of obstacles coming on his way, like lot of demons and lot of things which are stopping him to get his princess. And then a guru comes to his life, a coach comes to his life, and the coach listens to him and tells him, I will give you some advice, but you need to follow my advice. So he need to be in the surrender mode to listen to the guru's advice. And it is going to be like, he says that uh, you walk on your path towards your princess, towards your goal, and you will see like a fire, but it is going to be a illusional fire, so you don't get afraid. You have to walk through it. You will see a wall. It is going to be an illusional wall. You will see it's real. Everything will feel like it's real, but you just need to pass through it and it will disappear. When you pass through it, it will disappear and you will be able to reach to your goal. So he said, okay, that's fine. But then he says, the coach is telling this to Prince. So he says that there is only one condition. While you're going towards or walking towards your goal, only one thing is there. You cannot look back. So as soon as you will look back, you will turn into a stone. So that's what is the story. So he has to go further, and if he stops and looks back, he will turn into stone. And like this story you must have also heard before, but just relate the meaning. Like the meaning is over here, like if you are going further in your life, you have done lot of mistakes, you have done so much of like losses have happened, hurt are there, so many things, they did not happen the way you wanted them to happen, and like you went through a very terrible time and everything, but now the present and the future is in your hand, and in your present and in your future you will have so many obstacles, you will have so many challenges, but your job is like just walk through it. But as soon as you will stop and look back and get into that past, that's it. Like you're going to become a stone, means like you cannot move. That is going to hold you there, and your journey will be almost stopped there, and you will not be able to proceed. So just like a moral, like what is that meaning of stone? What is the meaning of looking back, and what is the meaning of all these illusional challenges which are coming in your way? And the way, if you decide to walk further and take action and go step by step, you're going to reach your goal. So for sure we understand that yes, when something happened in our past, like we learn from the past, or like the mistake which you do, we learn from those mistakes. And I always say that if you're making a mistake, please do some new mistake. Don't repeat the old mistake. Learn from that mistake. But if we start pondering on it, if we start analyzing it, if we start like just get stuck there, because now it is not going to help us to move forward. So now in this situation, whatever the resources we have, whatever done is done. Suppose even you have lost $100,000, it's done. Now from here, what I have in my hand and how I can utilize my current resources and how I can go further, that's in your hand. So like was like a lok katha, or the story, small story, which my friend shared with me, and it was a very beautiful meaning. I was able to give it to it and learn from it. And I just wanted all of you also, like maybe if you align to it, if you feel like something, some sense in it, maybe I just wanted to share on this particular live, because today's Sunday. So Sunday is anyway, like, everybody is preparing for the coming week and Monday. So like maybe you have few minutes extra to listen to this live and maybe make sense out of it. So another thing I come across, like my friend, and I have seen her, like she's a fighter. She's like, I call her tigress. And like, I always feel like she's like a tigress, like protecting her kids, and like she's a single mom and she's so strong woman. And she's of course like in midlife, like she's in her 40s. And the way she talked with me, and I felt first time like the liberation and the freedom in her talk, because some incident happened with her, and how that incident made her liberated, how it made her more free. Like, she literally felt like all the chains around her, those are broken now, and now she can actually finally can do something for her and take that next step. And that story was also like a beautiful story of, and the expression and the way it was expressed, like I can feel that she's actually feeling that liberation, and she's feeling that freedom. And that's such a beautiful thing. Just understand, like at this age, when you feel that freedom and liberation, like you can actually go and like do anything and everything in your life. Like you can actually, we say that the second half, the second inning of your life, you can make it the way you want it, you can design it the way you want it. And I'm not just saying it, I'm also, I'm doing it, and I'm living it every day. And it is not a theoretical concept, it is just, sometimes I feel that this can be done faster, this can be done strategically, only if you have that willingness to do. You want, it's your choice, you want to wait for an incident to happen and then work on it when it becomes urgent and important, or you want to be a little bit proactive and think that now it's the time and maybe I want to take advantage of this time. So that is all up to you. So things are happening, like another thing I'll say, that like the another discussion was around, like asking the help or providing the help. So sometimes, like you cannot do anything even for your loved one uh, forcefully. Like that, like as I have told in some of my previous lives also, like they're making mistake, time is getting wasted, especially the children or the your spouse, like and you really have a solution also, you want to help them also because you're there for them and you really want to help. But if they are not ready to take your help, then even you will provide the help, first of all it is all going to go to waste. So until and unless the request is not from the other side, okay, like I'm in this particular challenge and maybe I want your advice, so I want to help you, I want your help. Then when you speak, when you give the help, it is honored, it is followed, and it is respected also. And this had happened with me before with my daughter, and it worked out well. And right now, if I want to do something for my daughter, like in this situation, and I'm just waiting, like she's going through some challenges, and I'm waiting, like okay, when she will come to me, then only I can do it. Because even I'm a coach, I want to have that protocol between us, maybe. So that also is one of the things just wanted to share, because maybe some of you might be going through such kind of a situation where you want to help, but if you just hold on, take a pause and wait for other person to ask for help, it is going to be beneficial to you and the other person also. Okay, so I can go on and on and on my learnings and on my experiences of this travel, but I want to step back, and now I want to talk about a topic on our midlife mystery to mastery. So as I promised, I'll be talking about midlife mysteries to midlife mastery. So, yesterday we talked about our physical health and some of the pointers I gave for your thought. And today also, I'm going to give pointers on the emotional health, your emotional tsunami, which happens, and you feel like stranger. You feel like, okay, am I the one I'm doing this? Oh my God, I was never like this, and why I'm doing like this? And you start feeling like you are a stranger to yourself. So let's just and this can reflect into you crying, you're getting angry, you're getting upset, you're getting literally you're not understanding, sometimes why you've been too emotional, because the tears can come so easily, even maybe watching the movie, maybe this never happened, or even the smallest reason, like your your kids and your spouse is not helping you in the household chores, or maybe the dishwasher is not arranged properly, or maybe the laundry is not folded properly, or it could be anything. Like you get so emotional and you suddenly get tears in your eyes and you are not able to understand what is happening, or maybe you're just getting angry, like snapping at your kids and at your parents sometimes, so maybe at your spouse also, and like they are also confused, like what happened, like what did we do now, what happened. So and this can sometimes make you feel crazy, and sometimes make you feel weird, like okay, and you can go into that regret loop, like okay, why did I do this, a guilty, are you feeling guilty loop, okay. So you just need to first understand, like when you're getting emotional, you need to think of like a two types of emotional feelings, like is it situational, is it happening because of any person, or is it happening because of a situation, okay. So because that is something logical, that is happening because of some reason, and that has some history behind it, and it has some geography behind it, and it is not like actually crazy, it is happening because of something. Somebody is really trying to trigger you because they know your weak point, something like that. And the second one is like more of the hormonal. So hormonal emotional, because your hormones are bouncing between this 40 to 55, they are literally dancing and they're going up and down, and those, that is making anyway, because of that so many other symptoms or other things are happening with you, but one of the thing is your emotional imbalance, and that is because of your hormonal issues. So hormones is nothing, like it's like you see it like in a teenager also going through a hormone, and suddenly 12 years to 13 years, and you see that teenager changing, and this girl or a boy, like they were like so much loving you and you were the bestest person, and a sudden change happens and they're just distance with you, they want to lock themselves, and like they are so rude and so many things, like typical teenage behavior. So they also go through these hormonal changes. So same way, like when women go through a pregnancy, she goes through hormonal changes, like because the whole hormones like changes, because for that motherhood to support. And then after some time, like sometimes they get the postpartum depression also because of this imbalance. And then the another phase comes when you are in 40s, this 40 to 55, it's like again a beautiful dance, like like it is the joro shoro se wala dance. And then over there, like the emotional turbulence which you go through is more of illogical, and the reasons are also small reasons, like it could be just like why the towel is on the floor, or why the cup is not kept properly, or why you are not asking me, like like some small silly reasons. And you can understand that, like like maybe it is because of this some hormonal changes, if you are between that age group of like 40 to 55. And after 55 it's going to settle a little bit, like it's going to settle. The hormones will not, you will be always living on a compromised hormone, but your body gets used to that lower level of hormones, and things start settling down, like so the wisdom will come, calmness will come. But in this period also, you can be calm, you can be wise, you can take care of yourself and make some difference. So many times what happens, like when you don't know the difference of it is happening because of the real reason or the hormonal reason, then maybe you land up in blaming yourself, you land up in like overreacting. And sometimes what happens is like the people think that, oh, like she's emotional, or they will label you, or people will think, okay, again mom, again she, again, kind of a thing. Okay, so you sometimes can feel crazy or out of control, overwhelmed, broken. These all things can happen when you don't know the difference. Okay, and when you know the difference, like when you know, understand the difference, exactly what is happening, then you can response, give a appropriate response. You can take a deep breath, you can think, and then you can response, give a response with uh, mindfulness, we can say. Okay, and another thing is, like, you can explain your family, you can communicate with your family, because now you know the difference. You can say, okay, I'm going through this, because sometimes you see, like, the girls, like, if you have girls, you must have heard this. They'll say, okay, I'm on my periods, so don't talk to me, don't instigate me. Okay, I'm on my periods, I'm on my so I'm on my periods is like a common thing. If you are a parent of the girl child, they're like, they really don't want you to bother them because they are on periods, so they're emotionally little bit imbalanced, so you don't want to disturb them that time. Okay, so that time, like, communication. Okay, and then you can, like, try to make sense of it if you know the difference. So that's what I would say, and I hope, like, it is, you're trying to understand this difference, because emotion is one thing which, if you can have the control, you can control the emotional eating, you can control your behavior, you can actually save the relationships, you can save your health, you can save your relationship, you can grow in your career. Like, you can, this one thing, emotion, it's so important that it is actually revolve around your whole life, like whole, like your performance, where you are right now and how you're feeling right now. And many times in this age group, like that 40 to 55, we have done so much, and then we have resisted so much, and the things are happening, and sometimes you become like a rock. And I had become a rock, like I call it, like I never used to have any feelings. Like I used to feel like everything is okay, and I'm so happy, and I'm this and that. It took almost 3 4 years for me to feel the emotion, because I was like, I was a machine, like a robot, and I was working like a robot, and I was laughing like a robot, and I was always happy, because I told myself I'm always happy and I'm okay whatsoever is around. And then later, when I realized, like, I was actually, I had become a rock, and I did not feel anything. Maybe somebody would have, like, pinched me also, I maybe I was rock or something like that. Okay, but I'm trying to say that, like, we need to learn to, like, feel the emotions, and take, like, control of the emotions, and be aware of them, so that all the areas of our life, our health, our relationships, our career, and our finances also, for that matter, because becoming emotional, sometimes you can just spend money, because spending money satisfies you. You know, they say, like, grief, like my daughter, she came across this, because of her, when my mom passed away, she said she was shopping certain things, and it was something grief recovery kind of, like, when you do shopping. So with emotions, you can, like, become like, you overspend also. So it actually affects all the areas of your life. And then I want to share with you the 5 step formula of the peace. Are you ready to listen to this formula? Peace formula, okay? So, as usual, I'm going to give you the steps, and then maybe I have few prompts for you in the comment. So you can go through those journaling prompts and reflection prompts, and you can take a deep breath and answer those, if that helps. And you can practice this 5 step formula, which can actually help you to actually take control of your emotions. So, what is that? So, first is, like, pause. Okay, don't react immediately. You need to really pause, and I have to do this in my life also all the time. If you're thinking Geeta is, like, to that level and all, no, I'm also a human being like you, and I'm also a woman in 50s, like anybody over here who is in 50s. And like, I also need to remind this. Okay, and as I'm sharing with you, like, I remind myself one more time. Okay, So it's a win-win situation. See, I'm sharing with you and I'm reminding me also. So win-win. Anyway, so first is pause and don't react immediately. So it's very, very important. Okay. Then you want to actually label, like, what is emotional label for this feeling. Are you feeling hurt? Are you feeling upset? Are you feeling angry? Are you feeling guilty? Are you feeling the regret? Are you feeling hopeless? Are you feeling distracted? Are you feeling overwhelmed? You have to name it. Okay, exactly what is happening right now. Then you want to access the situation. You need to think that this, whatever the behavior or whatever the feeling which you're feeling now, it is emotional or it is just illogical, radical. Maybe is it because of hormonal emotional change, or it is a situational emotional change. It is because of a person or because of a situation, a real situation, a kind of a logical which you can resolve, or it is unexplainable and illogical. So you can access what kind of emotion you're going through right now. Okay, and then you can choose your response strategy, how you want to respond to this particular emotion. Okay, and then you want to engage with this emotion intentionally. Now you have the ball in your court, and now you're going to actually engage with this emotion and process it gracefully. So that is this 5 step peace method, and I hope you understood this method. And whatever the chit chat we are having over here, and Sunday, I don't know, Sunday because it's a holiday, I feel more lighter, and sometimes you see like I'm speaking more over here, so you have to pardon me for that if it is too much of talking with you. And so, but at the same time, I really, really wish you well, all of you well. I really wish a beautiful week ahead, and lot of learnings and lot of awareness and lot of mindfulness in all of your life, which can make your journey beautiful. It can take this journey to the next level, and you feel that peace, ease, and harmony in your life. That's what I really want to wish to all of you. And now I'm going to take a leave and I'm going to travel back to Raleigh. Okay, from Charlotte to Raleigh. I need to do that. And before that, I'll just give the reminder for the physical event, the meeting by NCAIA, North Carolina American Indian Association. So this, they have this first ever women's event on 20th. There is a flyer on my wall. There is flyer and details for the registration on the RTP Desi Mom Facebook group. And if you are interested, there are, I think, 45 people limit is there. So you can get registered yourself. It's the free event. I'm going to speak at this event. I'll hopefully see you there. And otherwise, let's just enjoy these lives until I'm able to do it and add value. I will keep doing it, and maybe I can see you in some of my workshops or some of my classes, or maybe as my student or client. Okay, so we'll go from there. So with that, please have a good night and have a good day, and I am going to end this live over here. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye.